Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
The UNI Panthers get a 74-55 victory over Prairie View A&M, their first of 2 home games as the Panthers back in the McLeod Center on Sunday, a 1 p.m. game against Alcorn State. And Coach, your Panthers came out and really right from the get-go looked comfortable offensively and defensively, seemed to be locked in that first half.
Yeah, it's a different basketball game. Prairie View does a great job defensively of making the game a little bit weird. They play very hard at that end of the floor. They run and jump some stuff, and you turn your back. They're going to come from different spots on the floor, and so it makes it a game where you're not calling as many plays. Our base offense was good tonight. You guys executed it really well, but we weren't able to run it as often because of the way that they play defensively. So now you're really kind of playing, and so you count on your ball handling, you count on your passing, you count on your unselfishness, and you count on your shot making. And guys did a nice job of that in the first half. And I thought defensively, one of our better halves at the defensive end of the floor. I thought we did a good job of being in spots to help. We did a good job our early position to some rotations. And looking forward to seeing it on film to see how good. I thought the first half our defense was pretty good.
Nate Heise had 2 blocks in the game. Finished the night with a career-high 25 points and had a double-double with 10 rebounds as well. But 19 points for him in that first half as he hit down the open 3 and had some nice backdoor cuts as well.
Yeah, and one of those cuts was on an out-of-bounds play that he and Titan just kind of made up on their own, and then he found another one out of our base offense. Nate's done such a good job, in the time that he's been here in terms of cutting and moving, and that came through for him in that first half. Just really liked the approach he took to the offensive end in that first half. He took threes that were there. He took some that maybe was a little covered, but he felt like he was going to have a game where he was a little more aggressive, it felt like. So yeah, really liked it. He didn't have his best in terms of what we've seen in the game at Toledo. So I know he was excited to be back on the court and be back in the game to just play like he's played so much for us this year.
Titan Anderson always looks like he's excited to be out there on the floor. 17 points, 7 rebounds for Titan in the game against Prairie View A&M. 8 points, 8 rebounds at Toledo. He seems to be just so consistent. What are you seeing from him now as he maybe gets a little bit more attention from the opposing team?
Yeah, I'll tell you that's where he's made some really good improvements of when a second defender comes, and we saw that a lot against Prairie View. His ability to take on the double team right now and get the ball to the right teammate, whether it's a cutter, maybe a guy around the basket, or a lot of times it's going to be that skip pass across the floor. And he's, we knew he was going to get doubled in the game that we just played. He knew he was going to get doubled and willing to take that on and strong enough with that basketball and then get it to the right guy. Really important, and his activity level's been high. He's on a good track right now.
Landon Wolf made a 3 in 3 consecutive games. Now, what do you see from him in the minutes that he's getting? Yeah,
he's doing a great job because he's in a really challenging spot. He and Mike both in a lot of ways, because I've told them and the other guys on our bench, I'm just talking Landon and Mike, 2 guys that are really good players, and they work so hard outside of practice and really wanting to increase their minutes. And those guys have done a terrific job of making sure they're ready. So if it's 5 minutes or it's 15 minutes, they've done a great job, and that's not an easy spot to be in.
Yeah, we'll have more with head coach Ben Jacobson when we come back as the Panthers get a win and another home game coming up on Sunday.
The Strategic Play of the Week, brought to you by Strategic Imaging, your one-stop shop for print marketing, signage, apparel, and promotional items.